Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Missy Cooking on a Budget, and I'm Missy. And this is very dark. I was trying to stop this light from being annoying. Let me go turn the light on. Hold on. Sorry, everybody. The light is just blaring all the time now. Never used to do that before. Same light. I don't know why. All right. I think you know what it is. The stand is different. I have a different stand. So sorry about that. There we go. All right. I'm coming on today. I'm making two things. I kind of like to do a couple things at a time. It's just easier for me. And then if I'm having a not that great of a day, there's something already made. But my husband wants chicken noodle soup again, and it's just going to be chicken and noodles. I unthawed some broth that I already made. Well, it's unthawing right now as it's heating up. And then I got a craving for chicken and pastries. Now, chicken and pastries is different than chicken and dumplings. It's from the South. Um, where I come from in North Carolina, it's very prominent. It's served with almost every Sunday meal. It, you the restaurants down there serve it, and it's chicken and pastries, not chicken and dumplings. They're gonna be flat. I've done them before, and but it was like when I first started, so I'm gonna do them again. So again, I have some broth that I unthawed, chicken broth. That's heating up right now. In the chicken and noodles, I already added some celery salt because I tasted it and I knew it needed that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of parsley. I'm just going to bring you guys down here. Let you see this going on. These two pots going. This is the chicken and noodle one, and I just add the parsley. I had already added some celery salt because, like I said, I tasted it. This one right here, it's pretty neutral flavoring. And this one, I'm going to add sage. Now, down south, oh, my egg just fell on the floor. Wow. That's going to be a mess. If I had a normal dog, he'd come look it up. I'm not going to have to get another egg. I'll pick it up in a minute. Okay, so what I want to explain is down south, all my people, everybody I know, they do not add sage to their chicken and pastries. My dad, when he was alive, he taught me how to make this. He always added sage into it all the time. And not until he was like in his 70s that I'm like, Dad, you're going to have to teach me how to, make this. I need to learn. So I add the sage to it. It's not something that is regular, but maybe his mom did it, or that side of the of people did it. I don't know where he got the sage from, but we add it to it, and you can leave it out. A lot of people do, not a problem. It's still chicken and pastries, but this is what makes it a comfort food to me, is this taste in it. And I can't tell you how much to put in. I'm gonna start with probably 2 teaspoons, and it's a smell thing. Like, I'm gonna add it in while it's boiling. I might have to add some more. I'm gonna taste it in a little while. So it all depends. When you taste it and it tastes like that's enough, that's when it's enough. So I am going to grab a paper towel, pick up this egg that just rolled off my counter. Sorry about that, guys. Get this mess picked up real quick before I step in it. Ugh. Not good, not good. All right, I apologize, everybody, but it's got to get cleaned up, and I didn't pause you to do it. Ouch. Nothing worse than an egg falling on the floor. Okay, so that's cleaned up. I just got to wash my hands right fast, and I'll be back with you. And I got to get over to Bath and Body. Is it Bath and Body Works? Because I'm in love with this lemon hand wash. Okay, I apologize. So, and if you've been watching my videos, you know that, okay, so I do make my own stock. As much as possibly do I use it. So when I had all this chicken, I unthawed it. I don't know, I'm going to put, a good amount in each thing. So I'm going to do that now. And I'm just breaking it up. And this was from one of those whole chickens that I had cooked. So we got a lot of nice white meat here. My husband really likes white meat. So take a few of that and put it over here on my chicken and pastries. Now, if you've never had chicken and pastries, it really is an acquired taste. It took my husband lots and lots of years before he would even eat it. My kids love it. My two boys love it. When I started making it, because before my dad would just like bring me over a bowl when he made it, or some in a pot, and I never really shared it. I ate it myself. But once I started making it, my daughter was already in college, so she really didn't experience it like we did. But my boys love it. And the biggest compliment I have ever got is from my daughter-in-law, Shantae. She's the one that they live down in North Carolina. She's lived in North Carolina her whole entire life. And she loves my chicken and pastries. And she really don't want nobody else's but mine. Like when they come up here to visit, that's what she asked for me to make. And that's just a huge compliment in my mind because she's eaten it her whole life. And yeah, so huge compliment right there. All right. I'm just going to get a spoon and stir these so I can see where the chicken's at. I'm trying to make them so that they're not that huge. So that we don't have tons of leftovers. Oh, I don't know where my regular spoon is. Huh. As much as I try to prepare, I am never, ever prepared. Ever, it seems. Okay. Now let's see how much is in here. That seems like I might just put a little bit more. Okay, before this gets too hot, I want to taste this one. It's so hot right now. That's going to need more sage. I'm just going to split this chicken up in between these two pieces, and that's the most chicken I'm going to use in these. That's enough. That's enough. Okay. Okay, so more sage is going to go in this one. They're both going to get a little bit of salt and pepper. A little bit of salt. Now, I made this when my sister was over, and my pastries did not come out. First time ever. I don't know. With the flour, I don't know what it was, but it was strange. And I felt so bad because she'd been wanting them. And it's something, we have different fathers, so she grew up eating it with my father, but never really learned how to make it. So I just don't know why it didn't come out. It was just did not. So, and it's the first time ever in 30 years that I've been making it that it didn't come out. So I'm blaming it on the flour. I don't know what happened. I could have grabbed the wrong one. I might have grabbed the bread flour instead of regular A&P flour. So another key to this chicken and pastries is yellow food coloring. Now, I'm going to put a couple drops in it now. You do not have to use yellow. I've seen people not use it. But when my uncle was alive, he, and it was a joke, so I don't mean to offend anybody, but he said, never trust anybody that don't put yellow dye in their chicken and pastries. And like I said, it's such a popular thing down south. I don't think I've ever been invited over anybody's house to eat or anything where this was not served. They had other food with it, but chicken and pastries is always on the back of the stove cooking. So, all right, on to the pastries. Let me get you down here. I'm going to give this another stir right quick where I just put that dye in. All right, and I'm trying to make not a lot of them because, like I said, I don't need a whole lot right now. I'm going to take half a cup of flour. Usually I use a whole cup, but I'm just going to do a half batch. So this is a quarter. So 1, 2. I need to get that egg, which I forgot. It fell on the floor and broke, so I have to get another one. Let me grab that egg. Which, I don't know, that might be a lot of egg for a half batch. I've never done that before either. But anyways, it's worth a shot. We'll see what happens. I'm just going to grab a spoon. Now, I'm going to add just like super fast, like less than a pinch of salt. Like that. Because usually I make it with unsalted butter. I've only got salted right now because tomorrow's my shopping day. So the salt's going to be in there. So I'm going to add in this half stick of, well, I'm going to start out with just pouring a little bit in of this half stick of butter. So I'm going to use probably about a quarter stick for right now. I'm going to add in a little bit more of that yellow, well, not a little bit more, some of that yellow dye into this mixture here. 5, 6 drops, 7. I got some water over here. And I'm just going to keep combining all this. I'm going to add this water slowly in. If I think I need more flour, I'm just going to add it. Yeah, because I do. I'm not good at cutting my recipes. But just this usually just makes more than I need for just a small batch for myself. I'm going to throw some flour down on my board here. Now, I haven't been using this board. I bought another white one because this one's about to go. And I didn't want it to break completely because my dad made this board for me. And, yeah. But I guess when I'm making mine and his favorite comfort food, the board needs to come out. Okay. This is not a clean process. Your kitchen's going to get messy. You're going to get messy. We're going to add some more flour into that. And we don't want it soft, but you don't want it tight either, too tight either. So that's why I'm just going to keep on adding the flour till I feel the consistency I want. There we go. So I'm just kind of kneading it. Let those, whatever needs to activate. Just keep on moving it along. Yeah, I was going to make this yesterday because it was a nice rainy day, both the soups, but then we had to run out to get animal food, bird food, things like that. So we usually do that separate because those are all heavy items and it's hard for us to bring everything all in the house at one time. So we go and get that stuff usually before I go shopping. And we ended up getting a rotisserie chicken and made sandwiches because we were just tired after that. All right. So I do not have my wheel out. Let me get that. Always so close to having everything out. So close. Like I said, this is where your kitchen gets dirty. I get flour over everything. So what I'm going to do is cut this in half. I'm going to put some flour on my rolling pin here. And I don't know if you can see how nice and yellow the dough is. It's hard to see with that light. It's a nice yellow dough now instead of a white dough. And you want to roll these out as thin as you possibly can get them. It's almost like making a pasta. Just need a flat little. It's the same everything. Now I can never get them really thin. Down south, they sell them already frozen, pre-made in the store. Those are very thin Annie's, but they don't sell them up here up north. And I wanted my husband to grab some when he was just down there, but he forgot. I prefer the homemade ones. My husband likes the boxed ones. I will eat them. There's nothing wrong with them. But yeah, I do prefer the homemade ones. And really, it's not that long of a process. See, it's starting to tear a little bit, so it's probably as thin as I'm going to be able to get it. Then I'm just going to take my pizza cutter and cut them into squares. They don't have to be perfect. Just cut them through. Then I'm going to take my scraper. You got to make sure your broth is boiling good. I'm going to bring you guys back over here. And you want a nice rapid boil. I'm going to turn that soup down until I can deal with it. So here we go. This is rapidly boiling. So I'm going to take my pastries. And you don't want to just plop them in because they'll stick together. You want to drop them in individually. Take a little care because as soon as if you decide you're just going to plop this whole pile in, you're just going to have a whole gloopy pile. You're going to leave these alone at least at the minimum 10 minutes. No stirring, no nothing. Just leave it be. After 10 minutes, I'm going to go in, I'm going to taste it, see if I have to add some more, salt or pepper or sage. Then I'm going to come in and I'm going to add a can and a half of cream of chicken soup. That's going to help thicken it a little bit. Then another 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. You'll know, because you'll know if your dough is done. I usually take one and break it open, and you can tell in the middle if it's still doughy or not. but they do take 20 to 30 minutes to cook. So I'm just going to add these ones in. I don't know if I'm going to do that other dough. I'm really just trying to make a small one. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to think about it. So, these ones didn't cut all the way through. I'm just going to break them manually with my hand. All right, I'm just going to add the noodles to this other one. I'm going to taste it and see if that has to have anything else in it. Oh, a couple more pieces over here. All right. I'm just going to add those noodles and bring this back up to a boil. I just turned it down so it wasn't so high. Now, you don't add much to this either. So, but I got just a little bit left in my container here. I'm going to have to open a bag and just add just a little bit more. Not much. So that's all I'm doing. Is opening this up. Filling up my container here. Okay. Just going to add another handful. And that should be good. A little bit more. There we go. Put that in there. All right, so I'm going to bring you guys back in about 10 minutes. I'm going to let this keep on going. And then I'm going to decide, well, I got you shut off. I'm going to probably do a couple more pastries. I can't help myself. I'll bring you back when I put the cream of chicken in and show you where we're at. This other soup will be done, and that's, really quick. 2 really quick soups for us that we'll have for lunch and supper tonight. I'm not going to make another supper. This is what we're going to have. It's comfort food, which it's not the best for you. It's not the healthiest for you. But when I tell you I can eat this whole pot by myself, I can eat this whole. So can my kids. It's just something that just brings us. Everybody's got a comfort food. This is one of ours for sure. We can wipe it out. So I don't mind having a bowl for lunch, having a bowl or 2 for supper. Not at all. All right. So we'll be back shortly. All right, so I just checked my chicken and pastries. I did add the cream of chicken. I used one of the big cans. I used about 3/4 of it in mine and about 1/4 of it in the chicken noodle soup. I did add a little bit more sage, and that's it. It's probably got about 10 more minutes, but I thought I'd just come on before I forgot to and read my card. And yeah, go from there. So I probably won't come. I'll end it here, and I'll show you a little bit after I read my card. It's soup. It's chicken and pastries. So it's gonna be delicious, but you gotta be patient. I have a hard time being patient because I want it, and but no, I just checked it, and it still needs a little bit more time. All right, this one's from Proverbs 16:3. Commit your works to the Lord, and your thoughts will be established. Glory be to God. So, yeah. So if you commit everything to the Lord, it helps clear your mind. You're giving Him all the glory, you're giving Him all the honor, and everything that you do, you're doing it for Him, not for yourself, not for people, not for anybody else to give you glory. You do it for Him, and yeah. So that makes everything else be a lot clearer in your life. So let me go on over, and I'm just going to show you. Oh, I actually also added most of that butter that was left in the bowl. I put that in there. All right, so here's my husband's just regular chicken noodle soup. There we go. And then over here is mine, still going. I shut his down. He's not home yet. So here is mine. And I will show you. I got a little bit of butter left in the same bowl. This is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to pour this right back into the pot because it is not, like I said, it needs about 10 more minutes. But I just want to show you it. How lovely and delicious that's going to be. And get a small spoon right here. This is going to be so hot, I'm not going to even really be able to taste it. But I just wanted to let you know I love you. More importantly, Jesus loves you. You guys have an awesome day. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. I'm going to try to take a little tiny little taste. So it's so hot. That's so good. All right, that is delicious. I got to pour it back in because it's not done. So that's my bowl, my spoon for later. All right. God bless you all, and I'll see you on the next video.